Boom.
Biddly bow. Yes, yo, you know what time it is. There ain't nobody down round here. Get that badger in and on and over here. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. We've got plenty to get through today, but I'm going to be as quick and swift as I possibly can. Shout out to Nick Percival and shout out to Tudor Rose UK, who are both members of my channel. It's much appreciated, 99p a month. Shout out to Nick Percival and Tudor Rose UK. The clock watchers are in. The boom stays. There ain't nobody down round here. Quick shit vid. Yes, yo. So, the starting lineup I thought was very strong yesterday. For all this talk about the squad and there's not much coming off of the bench, which I think, is a relatively righteous comment. I think we do have still probably the strongest starting lineup in the league. I don't want to go player for player with anybody, but there's not a player I saw last night that would necessarily take over from the Sunderland side. Bellingham looks all right, doesn't he? Probably think a bit of a hype machine, perhaps. Who cares about that? I want to do a quick shout out to Joe Depp, who has been validated. How's the vindication? My man Joe Depp. We were basically, it wasn't necessarily saying whether Peru or Parisley should or should not come into the side, but ultimately vindication, because he said if he gets you 20 goals, if he starts every game and gets you 20 goals, does he start? If the answer's yes, then he has to start. Well, the answer's yes. That kid gets goals, and when he's up top on his own, he was making plenty of runs in behind. He looked a problem. He looked like he was at it. I was so buzzing for him. The first goal. We'll start at the start. So yeah, I was really happy with the squad, and I just thought, as much as I said in a short just prior to it, that I thought Joseph deserved 10 games minimum. It's a tough world out there, sorry Badger. It's a tough, strong world out there, and especially up top on your own in big games, it's like, we've got to show plenty of goal threat, and ultimately Joseph has not shown a great deal of goal threat, so Parisley has. He comes into the side, that's the nature of the beast. We're the first team to score at their place at Sunderland. We're the first team to get some points at Sunderland. We will get to how many points we may or should have had. First goal we conceded. I thought they started really well. First 10 minutes they were really good. That Bellingham fella, that Job. Jude's brother Job, yeah. Isn't his brother Jude? It's Job, innit, this one? Don't they look similar, though? Oh, I bet he's a player and all, because his second name's Bellingham and his first name begins with J, and it's nearly Job, but it's Jude and Job and Giroud. Not Giroud, he's fucking French, innit? We'll get on about somebody else French in a minute. I don't know where I'll go in that, but yeah, Bellingham had a couple of chances on edge at box. The save before their first goal, I do believe, was outrageous. But then we were second to the rebound, so it was in vain. I said I was on the live yesterday, and I said the first 10 minutes, after the first 10, we just needed to get a grip of the game. We certainly did. Excellent first goal. Thought the assist from Nonto was absolutely banging, absolutely delicious. He absolutely whips it in. My man Parisley waiting. The shades of offside. Where the ref haters at? Yeah, where are all these ref haters? The worst refs we've ever had. We get shit refs every single time. Well, there's the shades of offside there. Bang, it's in. Delighted for him, though. I honestly think he deserves it. As I say, we've been a proper problem up top. And everybody bangs on about how slow he is and stuff. Like, I've seen him in training videos. How slow can he be? He's not a sloth, is he? He's just a bit blocky. He's a bit cumbersome. But in front of goal, the bloke's a joke. Then Aronson sort of stole one off Firpo, didn't he? Well, he sort of... Parisley went for acrobatics, which I'm not sure if he's got in the locker, but then he stole it off Firpo, literally took it off his foot, but, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway, because it were a random foul made, but I didn't actually see the foul. There was no foul to me. So, yeah, I told you, it's them refs! It's them fucking refs, boy! I thought Rothwell looked really good, to be honest. I loved him in there. I thought he looked ferocious. He was looking to dink it forward a lot. He looked really aggressive. He was sort of more in the 8 role and Tanaka were holding. I know they're both ball players, but Rothwell were really looking to snap in, and he were winning it quite high up. Sunderland are a good side, and it was a good game, to be fair. The second goal, Rams, I keep calling him Rads, which is obviously from Radrizzani and Ramazzini. It's all, I can't deal with it all, but Rams does really well. The problem is when I say Rams, it sounds like I might be saying Aaron Ramsey, like Ramsey, Like, Ramsey's done well. Ramsey's done well. It sounds like I'm saying Ramsey, but I'm not. Firpo goal. Is he the best left-back in the league? And I ain't even kidding. What a journey this my man's been on. Flying forward. He could have gone down. As I say, Ramsey... I just said Ramsey as if I've just told myself to do that. Rams has done really well in middle at pitch. I think it gets pumped forward before that. Peru actually wins it, I think, Perisley, and then Rams picks it up, lays it off. Firpo flying forward. Could have gone down. Gives it to my man Nonto. Super unselfish. Gives him it straight back. Bosh, bottom corner. How's about that? It's a bit, I've got to be careful with that one. I think defender gets him way for finish, but Firpo, there's no left back like him in the league going forward. We need to keep him at all costs. What level can he get to? Not even joking. Honestly thought every player were at 7s and 8s. A proper solid performance. Farke said he were proud at players. Said in his 30 years of football he's never seen what I am about to discuss. So let's get serious. Bum bum. Let's get serious. Let's get serious and fall in love. I'm going to stop doing that now. Meslier, silent S. Here we go. I don't know how I'm going to say this. So I'm just going to speak. What comes up must come out. My man Joe Depp just said just ignore it and see if nobody notices. But what comes up must come out. That's what the channel's all about. Ain't nobody down round here. It comes off Firpo's head. So the ball just ballooned over the top, and then it's a terrible connection from whoever ends up ultimately. I don't know if it will be given to him due to the fact it comes off Firpo's head, which does put a bit of spin on it. But the ball does spin. That's basically how it goes in motion. It does spin. The ball does bounce, but most balls anyway, sporting balls bounce, and depending on your action, you could argue that's a bounce as well. But balls bounce, balls spin. Does it move as it goes towards it? Balls bounce, balls spin, and balls move. My point is that even a goalkeeping error? And I'm not even joking. Is that just a human being error? That is about as bad as you'll ever see anything. So is that a Meslier issue? Now, everybody's going to come in at me here, and I don't care. Now, the reason why everybody's going to come in at me is because I have defended Meslier forever, and I will continue to do so. But I am not defending that yesterday. But that's not a defence of Meslier, silent S. Can nobody see the nuance? We spoke about nuance the other week. This is nuanced. That's a horrific, once-in-a-lifetime, hopefully, thing that's happened. And when I say once in a lifetime thing, I don't mean for Meslier, silent S. I mean for all keepers. I can think of about 5 incidents of something that wild happening, and off the top of my head I can only think of 2, which is the Paul Robinson one, which I think were for England when it bobbled and went over his foot when he tried to strike it, and the Rob Green one that went through his whole body and went in. The Rob Green one's probably not as bad as that one. The Paul Robinson one does take a horrific bobble. It's up there. There's also one that I was watching in the Bundesliga when I was in Prague, and the keeper thinks he's taking a touch, and he goes to pass it, and the ball's not there, and somebody runs in and taps it in. So these things happen. They said on the commentary, just to say, they said he might have been looking for the counter attack, and that's what so he's taking his eye off the ball. He was not looking for the counter attack. The counter attack was long gone. Let's not be silly. I need to finish my point on in my defence of him. You do not win the argument now saying that Meslier is a poor silent S, is a poor keeper because of this moment. That rhetoric is exactly the same as now me saying Joseph isn't a centre forward because Peru came on and scored and then scored a goal. Peru's now the best centre forward. It's not just one action that causes. Now people will say, oh, yeah, but I've been saying for months he's not good enough, he's not good enough. Fine, if you don't think he's good enough, that's absolutely fine. But this doesn't validate your opinion of him. This is a freak incident. There's some knobs as well that are saying, that he were laughing about it at end and stuff. Behave yourself. There'll be nobody, you're off your tits, there'll be nobody more fuming than him. So what if he reacts? So what if he smiled as a reaction? What do you want him to do? Is go around hitting people and kicking off and, I don't know. It's a mental moment. it's so frustrating because I felt it was such a good performance from all the boys, including Mez, Silent S. You know, so astute. People are saying that we need to learn from mistakes. This is why I went on about the West Brom performance when we didn't even attempt to win the game. I'm angrier at that than I am at this. Sunderland are a decent side. We should have gone to go beat West Brom. We didn't even try. Norwich were there for the taking. We didn't try. We sat back for this game. If he'd have pulled it off last night, you'd have had to give it to Farke and just say masterclass. It's still, I don't know about a masterclass. Maybe that's maybe a bit strong. Sunderland aren't that good. But, you know, it were there for the taking. Farke got it right and something insane happened. Firpo went crazy at the end, didn't he? Storming off. I'm not sure what I think of that. Firpo was probably my man of the match overall. I thought he had an excellent game. I thought he influenced the game. Him and Nonto down that left-hand side were brilliant. Rams were brilliant. Rothwell were brilliant. Tanaka looked decent on ball. I thought Roden had a strong performance. Struick, apart from a few dodgy touches, had a good performance. Bogle was half decent. I loved that. I don't know whether he watched my video the other day, but I mean, that ironically ended up being the goal. The Meslier mistake, I'm so glad on my live I didn't celebrate, because initially I nearly went like, yes, like, you know, job done, we've won the game. And then, but luckily I didn't do that, and it just went in, and I just went, I can't remember what I did.
Boom.
JackCity, bitch. JackCity, bitch. Hey!
I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna play no games. No, I don't wanna hear your promises. You do you and I'll do me. That's just the way it is. Don't wanna ever feel surprised. That's why I ask no.